Hello, welcome back. So the last video I uploaded was about me and the kids and how we were doing and all that, but this update is gonna be about my health. I went to how did it start? I had to make an appointment at the doctor's because why did I make that appointment? I don't even remember. I think I wanted to get checked to see how I was doing, like my sugar and all that, to see if I had diabetes or what. Like I just wanted to get, kind of see how my health was. And so I went to the doctor's. I did some lab work. They take blood, they do a urine test, and knew I was not pregnant this time, thank God. And I've been very careful about not getting pregnant. So then I had to go back 2 weeks later and get my results. And when I went in, I've been feeling good. I've been feeling normal. Like I don't feel anything like strange, nothing. The only thing that I was feeling was I felt really weak. Like there were sometimes when I would be sitting in the couch for hours. Like I felt like I had no energy and I felt weak. And I kept thinking, okay, it's because of my weight. And it's like, even to get up and get something, like get the baby, I felt like I couldn't. And I would, I had to, of course, but I just felt like I had no energy. I felt so weak. So then, that was like the only thing. But I just, like I said, I thought it was because of my weight. I'm like, okay, I'm big, I'm overweight, I don't have energy, so whatever. So then when I went for my appointment to get my results, I was kind of trying to find out if I had diabetes or if I was still pre-diabetic. If so, I need to get back on my metformin. So then when I went, this new doctor saw me and I actually really liked her. I think I've seen her once, like a really long time, like last year. And she was really nice, and as soon as she walks in, she's, hey, how are you feeling? I'm like, good. And the first thing she says is, does your family have a history of kidney disease? And I'm like, no, not that I know of. And she's like, how's your energy level? And I'm like, sometimes not good, sometimes it's okay, She's like, huh. So then I was like already like, oh my God, what did she find? Do I have a kidney disease or what? So then she starts going over my lab results, which of course I never understand what they're saying. I don't know what it means, but you know how they explain it to you. So I guess first of all, I was dehydrated. Secondly, I did not have diabetes or am I pre-diabetic, which is weird because I've been way thinner before and I was pre-diabetic, and now that I'm at my biggest, I'm not pre-diabetic. Like, how does that work? Okay. So then I told her that, and she said, okay, you've never been pre-diabetic. She's like, some people exaggerate sometimes and they'll consider this diabetic, pre-diabetic. She's like, but for me, you're kind of closer to being pre-diabetic, but you're not pre-diabetic yet. It's kind of like in a few years you will be pre-diabetic. So I'm like, what? And then, so then she said that my kidney level, like my numbers were not right. I don't remember, so I'm not even gonna tell you if it was high or low. I don't know I just know that something wasn't right. And I'm anemic. She said I had anemia, so I'm like, what the, but I eat plenty, I guess I just don't eat food with iron, or I don't know how that works. Point is, I have anemia. So she wanted me to get on like my anemia pills, or gave me anemia pills, iron pills. So I have to take one every day for 6 weeks, and I have to drink a lot of water. She said maybe those numbers weren't right because you were dehydrated and because you're anemic. So we're gonna give you iron pills, and she's like, and I want you to drink a lot of water. She's like, stay very hydrated, and we'll see how your results. I have to go back this month. No, we're not in July yet. In July, I have to go back and redo those results or those tests, and then I have to go back in August, which will be like 2 weeks later. And she's gonna tell me what's going on. She's like, if it's still the same, she's like, we're gonna have to send you to a kidney specialist. And she's like, I'm not trying to scare you or anything. She's like, it's nothing to worry about, now. I mean, it could just be the water that you're dehydrated and your anemia, but So I was still kind of nervous, and I'm like, oh my god, like, what does that mean? Am I gonna need a kidney transplant? Like, you know, all these thoughts go in your head, and you know, you kind of worry. I never thought I would have anything wrong with my kidneys, but so yeah, so I take my pills, you know, and then she started talking about, like always, all the doctors started talking about your weight, and oh, you know, if you're overweight, you're more high risk at this and that, and blah, 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 you know, stuff that I already know. And then so then we just started kind of talking about that, you know, and she said, have you ever considered weight loss surgery? And I was like, never, you know, I don't know. I didn't know how to answer that question, because, you know, it's something that's always been on my mind, but it's something that I always thought I would never do because I didn't have money for it, or, you know, some insurance would cover it. I just never thought I would ever have that option, you know what I mean? But, hey, no. Anyways, I never thought I would have that option. But, you know, it's something that, like, when it first came out, like the gastric bypass and all that, I was like, oh my god, I always dream about having it. And then I kind of did it because I thought, well, it's dangerous. You know, I heard a story about this lady who died a week after. So I was like scared, you know. But nowadays you see so many people doing it and everybody's like fine. So anyways, and so then I told her, I was like, I never thought I, you know, could do that. And she said, well, she looked at my insurance and she said, you know, this insurance covers it. And I'm like, really? Somebody stuck under the chair. Okay. Anyways, so yeah, she told me my insurance covered it, and I was like, what? You know, I never thought that my insurance would cover it. I never thought I would be asked if I wanted to do it, you know. So I told her, well, you know, I'm like, well, tell me more information about this surgery. So she said, being as young as you are, she's like, you're 29. She's like, you still have your whole life ahead of you. You have your kids, you know, this and that, and I'm sure, you know, you want to be healthy for them and all this stuff. And I'm like, yes, that's my number one priority, is to be healthy for my kids, you know. Well, my number one priority are my kids, but I want to be healthy for my kids. And she's like, you know, okay, this is what we're going to do. She's like, I'm going to see you back, you know, to get more tests done. She's like, and then we'll see you after that to go over your results, and then we'll talk about the surgery. We'll talk about the surgery. If you want, you can even meet with the surgeon. I'm like, what? Like, is this really happening? You know. So I was like, okay. So, you know, she was telling me, like, you know, you're a really good candidate for it, and I'm sure, you know, if you talk to the surgeon, I'm sure you'll qualify. She's like, just because I've had someone just like you that was like in the same weight as you were, so almost the same age, and she's like, and I sent her over there, and she's like, she qualified, and it's been a year, and I saw her, and she's like, she's as small as me, like, the doctor was really small, and she's like, so I think this would be good for you, you know. But of course she's asking me before, like, have I tried to lose it? I'm like, I've been trying all my life, you know. It's like, some people might see this, like, some people might see weight loss surgery as an easy way out, but when it's about your health, you don't care if it's an easy way out. It's just, you don't care, you just want to get healthy, you know. And it's like, I feel like I've been dieting since I was little, you know. And it's like, I'm going to diet for a week, 2, and then I gave up, then I'll do it again. It seems like every day of my life I've been thinking about dieting. I've been trying to diet, I've been trying to do this. It's like, it never stops. It's always in my mind. And here I am, 29 years old. I am the biggest I have ever been in my life, and it seems like I keep gaining weight, you know. And I know that I said I was gonna, like, try really hard for my kids, but it's just, it's not easy. Like, and if people are trying to diet and stuff, they know it's not easy. So if they think that this is an easy way out, it's not, because it's easy. It's just a help, you know. It'll help me, like, you know. And it's not about me looking good. I don't care, because I probably wouldn't look good, because, you know, you have all the skin hanging and all that, and I hear some people actually feel more self-conscious because of their skin. I just want to do it because I want to feel better. I want to have energy. I want to run up the stairs. I want to walk and not be like, oh, my knee hurts, or, you know, my back, or, you know, I have a headache every day and doctor tells me it's because of my weight. Like, I just want to be good. I just want to be healthy. I just want to be active, you know, get up and like feel energized and not like, oh God, you know, I just, you know, if I do decide to do this, I just want to be healthy. I just want to feel better. And I want my kids to have me for longer. So, you know, everybody in my family supports me about it. They're all thinking I should do it. My mom was like, yeah, you know, I would do it, you know, if I could. And, you know, my brothers, 2 of my brothers, you know, were like, that's cool, you know. And actually, yeah, 2, because I haven't told one of them yet, or 2 of them yet. But my sister was all for it. She's like, yes, I support you. I'll take care of the kids while you're in surgery, you know, all this. So they're like really motivating me to actually go through with it. And so I don't know, you know, I have to wait until I see her in my second appointment, not the one that I see her in the next month, but the one in August. And she's the one that she's gonna set me up to meet a surgeon and talk to him about it. So then he decides if I qualify, and he decides which surgery I'll get, because like, apparently there's like different ones. So yeah, so that's what's going on with my health. And I told the doctor, I'm like, well, can I do the surgery? I'm like, even if, like, let's say I do have something wrong with my kidneys, I mean, isn't that, like, I don't know. And she's like, no. She's like, this will actually help you because you'll be at a healthier weight and all this stuff. She's like, it's actually better for your kidneys and just you know. So I was like getting excited. I'm like, all right. But then now I'm like, I don't want to get my hopes up, because it seems like, you know, every time something good happens, there's always something that keeps it from happening. Like, oh, sorry, turns out your insurance doesn't cover it, or turns out you don't qualify for it. But yeah, so I don't know. I'm not saying I'm gonna do it, because I don't know yet. I'm kind of leaning more towards it, but then I'm kind of nervous. Like, I don't know. And I want to talk to the surgeon first, and I want to see what he has to say. Like, you know, I don't know if he's gonna tell me like you have to lose 50 pounds in 2 months to see if you're committed, kind of like in my 600-pound life. You know, I watched that show. It's funny because I watched that show, like I always watch it, and when they were talking to me about it, I felt like I was like, oh my God, you know. And if I don't do it, I'm gonna end up like those people in my 600-pound life, and I don't want to, you know. So yeah, so she's like, well, if you know, if you're gonna go through with it, she's like, it does require that you see a nutritionist at least 3 times. And I was like, oh, well, okay, I'll see her. So I've already seen her twice, and I have to see her again next week. And she just talks about my calorie intake. You know, she wants me to write down what I eat, and she asks me if I'm in pain, if I'm uncomfortable. And of course, you know, I am uncomfortable. You know, I feel like I'm walking heavy, like holding something really heavy, but it's just my weight, you know. But anyways, so that's what's going on with that. So I don't know. I'll do another update after I go to, you know, my appointments to see what's going on with that. But, you know, hopefully it's good news, and hopefully, I don't know. I'm back. I had a phone call, and this thing stopped recording. I was already done anyway, so yeah. So that's that was pretty much it. You know, I just want to talk about my health and how I was doing. The weight loss surgery, you know, was brought up to my attention, and you know, I've been doing a lot of research on it. I mean, I watch YouTube videos, people doing it. I've heard the good and the bad, and the bad is not that bad. Well, for some people, some things are bad, but gotta take a risk. If I don't do it now, this is how I see it. If I don't lose weight, I don't think I'm going to live a very long life, and that's what they always tell me. So, can I do it by myself? I don't know. I've been trying and trying and trying, and I don't know. And it seems harder when I have 2 kids to look after. You know, I feel like I'm always busy, and I don't have time for myself, let alone have time to be looking at, you know, calories and all that stuff. But I don't know what's gonna happen, but I will keep you guys updated on that. And if I do decide to go through with it, I will definitely keep a journal or diary about it. Like I'll try to vlog like every week or something if